Hey everyone, Captain Beards here, bringing you another Langrisser mobile video. Let's get it. Alright guys, now as you can see by the title of this video, this is going to be a character guide slash showcase on Angelina. Now why I'm at the summoning pages, no, I'm not about to summon right now. Like I said, I want to try to save up and then do a mass summon for Zoraida again. But I'm on this page because these are the three units that a lot of people are pulling for. So I think my next three character guides is going to be on these three units. So first coming Angelina, and then next will either be Sherry or Liana. Comment down below and vote which one you want to see first, Liana or Cherry. And I will make a video on that. But first we are going to go for Angelina because a lot of you guys have been telling me that I need to do my Angelina guide. I did do previous guides on most of these characters, but like I said, I had to get rid of my old channel, so I am be bringing back these guides. Now every guide I do is going to be redone unless I say in the comment section or the description this is a re-upload, but most of the time it is going to be brand new guides that I'm making. So let's get into it with her. Alright guys, so now I did not mean to do that. Anyways, besides that, so with Angelina here, she's going to be part of two fusion powers, or faction buffs I should say, which is going to be the Princess Alliance and the Meteor Strike. Now the Princess Alliance is much easier to run with her just because you have two chances on getting your fusion power here, because her sister Shelfinal does carry the fusion power for the Princess Alliance, and so does Luna, which also carries the fusion power for the Princess Alliance. And they are both extremely solid units. I love these units. I do like Shelfinal a little bit more. I don't know why. Maybe it's because the whole twin power team I like to run. The Princess Alliance team is extremely powerful. This team is like, it's kind of busted a little bit. Just because not only do you have the two best healers in the game, you also have a very hard hitter being Lana and an extremely hard hitter being Sherry. And then the level of support that you can get from Chris, Sophia, let's go, Sonia is the female Leon. Then you got Angelina and Shelfinal. Shelfinal brings a lot of AoEs to the table. She brings that good debuff strip and support. And then you got Angelina, which is a great tank slash hard hitter. Depending on what you do with her kit, it can really expand from there. And then just not to mention some of the other units like Freya, which is a very strong tank, and I mean extremely strong tank. You got Narm, that archer support, depending on how you take your Luna, because if you are running Luna as the archer, then Narm kind of takes the sidelines, so it really depends on that. So the Princess Alliance team is extremely powerful for her. And then let's go into the Meteor Strike team. So the Meteor Strike team is extremely good too. They are missing a lot of links here though. Zoraida, you absolutely need her if you want to run this team. The reason why I say this is because she is the leader for the Meteor Strike team. So if you do not have her, you're not going to get that fusion power, and if you don't have that fusion power running, then it kind of hinders you in the end game. So you got to make sure that you are really you either A, go really hard for Zoraida, or B, focus on other units in other factions. Like me, I'm focusing heavily on my Princess Alliance team right now, and I'm still in hopes I get that Zoraida, but if I don't get her, then that kind of sucks because I really want to run this team. But in this team, you know, it's pretty straightforward just because they don't have many options like the other teams go. You have Diehard, which can run a blue, so he can be your Leon for this team. And then you got Angelina, which like I said is that tankish slash deeps on the support side. So, and then you got Zoraida, which is your assassin hard hitter, and Sherry, which is also your assassin hard hitter. And then the last two spots can be pretty much either Silver Wolf, Kirikaze, or Narm. Either one of those three are solid. If you do train up one of your R's here, these guys are really good too. I hear a lot about him, and I actually hear a lot about him too. So two very solid units. And then I say that last spot, make sure you always keep your last spot for your healer, which they don't support a healer here, but that's a-okay. Some of the fusion powers don't. But still throw that healer in there in the mix, because if you don't have a healer, you're going to regret it 100%. Alright, moving into her classes here. Now, she is one unit that I'm definitely going to be investing runes in, because she carries the strongest AoE damage move in the game, which is going to be Dragon's Breath. Now, Dragon's Breath deals 0.36 AoE damage to enemies within 2 blocks and debuffs each target. Grants Wind Ride after battle. When HP is above 50%, damage taken from melee attacks decreases by 15%. Last 2 turns. This is an extremely strong move, and then the little buff that you get afterwards is extremely strong too. It's on a high cooldown, but that's a-okay. It's not really a big deal. So yes, if you do want to invest runes in her, picking up Dragon's Breath is definitely worth it. These other ones like Attack Command and what else? Ram is not too bad either. It's a good damage dealing move, and it decreases enemies' mobility, so pretty good, especially if you want to like take somebody like Leon and shut them down at least for a turn. So look at that, decreases mobility by 2 and disables guard. So if you want to shut Leon down a little bit for a turn, yeah, this is a good move to hit him with. Now, the path I went with is Serpent Master. The reason why I went with Serpent Master is because there's a lot of argument on people saying that Sherry, if you have Sherry, she is a much better flyer than Angelina. And I do agree with that. I agree 100% with that. After looking at Sherry's kit, she is a much better flyer than Angelina. Now, don't get me wrong, if you do not have Sherry and you run Angelina as a flyer, you will not regret that 100%. You will be very happy with the stuff she can do. So, and on top of that, she gets the same flying units as Sherry, being the Angels. So running her in flyer with Angels is solid, and I mean solid. And then you run Dragon's Breath, yeah, you're going to be doing some serious deeps as a flyer. Now, the reason why I took her Serpent Master, like I said, I have Sherry and I have Luna, so I pretty much have the flyer zone kind of set up. So I wanted a water unit, so a unit that's different, a unit that's out of place apparently. So I went with the Serpent Master. Now, with the Serpent Master, you're very tankish, right? So you're not really, you're going to do a lot of damage, but it's not going to be crazy amounts, but you are going to be able to take a hit. And that's why I went with the Serpent Master. So you could go Swordsman, but don't do it because that's foolish, and that's what I recommend, guys. So going one of those paths and then unlocking some other stuff here. Now, looking into her talent here. Now, a lot of people get confused by the talent just because of how it's worded. Win on terrain with defensive effects. So that means if you go on terrain, guys, with her, make sure you look in the top right corner. I'll show you guys when we're in the game. Make sure you look in the top right corner and see what boost the terrain is giving, because depending on that boost, this effect will either reduce your damage taken by 13%, or if she's on normal terrain, it'll increase her attack by 13%. So that's the way it's translated, and that's the way it's kind of worded here. I believe that's correct, but like I said, things happen, and you know, the game's translations could be extremely off, which does suck sometimes, but that's a-okay. Going into the skills here. So now, I do have other skills here, and at first I was running the alternate, so which is an extremely good move. It's like a chess move where you swap places with another player, or another hero, I should say. Now, this is good, but I feel like her other stuff can be a lot better. I feel like she can benefit a lot more from just running her other kit here. Now, looking at it, so we got Lightning, of course. You already know Lightning is a very strong move, 1.5 times damage, and if it kills an enemy, the cooldown is decreased by 3, so pretty much it just refreshes itself. So you want to hit Lightning when you know you can kill somebody, so that way you can get that refresh and then just hit Lightning again on somebody. So this move is extremely strong. Sherry runs this move. Now, if you do have Dragon's Breath, you can swap out Lightning for Dragon's Breath, and that'd be perfectly fine. Or you can swap out Water Control for Dragon's Breath, but Water Control I recommend keeping. If you are running her in the Serpent Master path, you absolutely positively need Water Control. You cannot get rid of this move. What happens is, when cast, all passable terrains are treated as water. Last 2 turns. So, and then when you cast it, you can move again and attack. So pretty much once you activate it, you can move again and you can attack, so you have another turn pretty much. And then all terrain is treated as water, and being a Serpent Master here, being a water unit, she gets that defense increase when in water, right? So 13% extra defense there, and on top of that, all the other little passives and kickoffs she can get from all her other stuff here. So water control is a must if you are going to run her in the Serpent Master, guys. Remember that. Now going into Lonely Moon here. Now Lonely Moon is, I'd say, kind of actually necessary too, just because it does help her kit a lot, but is very confusing, and I can see why. When attacking with a melee attack, so when she attacks somebody, hero's damage taken is reduced by 20%. So that's going to happen, right? Now do note that's hero's damage. That means if you attack somebody and she takes a lot of damage, it's not her taking a lot of damage, it's her soldiers that are taking a lot of damage, right? So she's going to take reduced 20% damage, but she has to attack. That means, guys, if you put her in the front lines and she doesn't attack, she's not going to reduce that damage by 20%. So make her attack. Then after taking the action, so pretty much after she's attacks, if her soldiers are all killed, she gets to move again. So that's the way it needs to be said, so that way people can understand that a lot more. So pretty much go in there, attack with this girl. Herself, the hero unit herself, is going to get 20% reduced damage. Her soldiers are going to take full-on damage unless the soldiers got other effects on their kit. And then you get to move if your soldiers are all killed. So do understand that she is a very offensive unit, especially when running Lonely Moon. Alright, going into the class here. Now, I did not unlock the Lobster Behemoth, which is what I want big time. I want these units. When in water, damage taken is decreased by 15%. You're always going to have her water control up, so you're going to have her in water consistently. So she's going to just get damage taken is decreased by 15%. So she's just going to get that reduced damage, which is really, really powerful. And she becomes a very strong tank. So definitely something to think about, guys. If you can go and unlock her Lobster Behemoth, 100% worth it. Going into the soldiers here now. What's pretty cool, like I said, is that she unlocks the same soldiers as Sherry, and one of the best soldiers in the game is the Angels, right? Magic defense taken decreases by 27%. Now that's because I haven't upgraded quite a bit here. 27%. When soldier HP is above 50%, attack and defense increase by 11%. Pretty easy to keep your soldier HP up. Angels are the best units for her and Lobster Behemoths, 100%. The other units are pretty good. She does have access to some really freaking good units. I mean, Angelina's units that she has choices with is actually a little bit busted. Right? She's got Dragoons, which are blues. When attacking, attack and defense increase by 14%. So if you are fighting a lot of reds, go ahead and throw these guys on and you will murder everybody. And then she's got the Berserkers, which is crit increased by 16%, attack increased by 8%. So if you're fighting a lot of greens, you can go ahead and throw on the Berserkers and go to town. So very, very solid kit she has here. So she got the best flyers in the game, arguably the best blues in the game, and arguably the best reds in the game. And then she has access to, like I said, the Lobster Behemoth, which makes her one of the strongest tanks in the game. And by tanks, guys, I just mean tanking the damage. I don't mean jumping in front of shots like Vargas or Freya. So that's what I mean. So yes, her soldier choice is actually a little bit busted, just because once you have all these guys unlocked, the amount of work you can do is mental, is insane. Griffin Knights are not too bad either. So if you can, guys, though, what I recommend is go unlock the Angels as fast as possible. They are the best units to have on her from early game all the way up until end game even. So, and then you can swap between Lobster Behemoth and Angels easily, and like I said, Dragoons and Berserkers. Going into the equipment here. Now, with the equipment, I went a little bit different, right? Now, you can go full moon or you can go rough sea, but let's take a look at the actual equipment itself. Now, I got Broken Star here. Now, I went with Broken Star because I'm trying to focus a lot on attack for her. I want to see her do the deeps. I want to see the deeps very high. So that's what I focused on with her. So she's got Broken Star here because she's going to get attack plus 4% and defense plus 2%, which is pretty nice. And then the stats I'm got going is going to be attack 4%, magic defense 5, and attack 11. Now, I like that attack plus 4%. I think it's really nice. Moving into the next one, Demon Lizard Skin. Now, I went a little bit hybrid on my equipment and stuff just because I'm trying to give her a good amount of HP, a good amount of defense, but a lot of attack. That's why I focus more on attack. So, but her chest piece is pretty much HP, just getting her HP up. HP plus 4%. When attacked, 30% chance to deal 1 random debuff. So this is an alright thing. I mean, it's not too crazy. If I could change it out, I would change it. Let's see who I would take. I don't have any SSR ones right now, so I do want to swap them off for an SSR one. When attacked, attack increases by 3%. That's a-okay, but yeah, so I focused her chest piece just because I have nothing better, more on HP. So HP plus 4%, and then HP 104. So she's going to get a lot of HP from her chest piece, which is what I focused on with her chest piece. Now moving into the next thing here, which is going to be the Adventurer hat. So now the Adventurer hat, I'm getting a plus 6% on HP, which I think is very good for her, giving her more self-sustainability. And then attack plus 9, and then attack 2%, int plus 1. I don't really care about the int. Now the attack 2% is nice. I'm trying to get that up higher, but I am not getting lucky on my enchantment rolls, guys. So I might be re-rolling all her enchantments again, just to try to get those stats up much higher, because right now I feel like getting a little bit shafted with these enchantment rolls. Now next one here is going to be, this one is a pretty good roll though. It's going to be the Giant Belt. Now the Giant Belt, when attacked with a melee attack, defense and magic defense increase by 4% in battle. Now this is pretty good. You can easily swap this out for like boots or any one of these other kits here. The boots are not too bad. HP plus 2%, mobility plus 1. So lets her get out there a little bit more. Pretty much anything with HP, and attack is not too bad, but like I said, building her in that HP defense slash attack manner. Now with the Giant Belt, the stats I got are magic defense 1, HP plus 4%, attack plus 4%. So with the stats, like I said, I kind of hybrided it, and I kind of went between HP, defense, and attack. Now with the equipment, I don't really care what they focus on too much. It's what my enchantments that I'm focused on. I'm focused on really the stats, trying to get that attack percentage up. So I will be re-rolling all my enchantments and trying to get that higher attack percentage. But besides that, guys, what do I recommend to put on her for when it comes to actual enchantments? Let's go over to the forge here. Now currently I have Full Moon on, which, let's see if I have one down here. I have Full Moon on, which gives attack and int plus 5%. When HP is above 80%, all offensive and defensive stats increase by 10%. Not too hard to keep her HP above that 80%, just because if you have her as a water unit, then her mobility is not too strong. So that means the healer should be able to keep up with her. Now running water control makes her go a little bit farther, so understand that. But the healer should be able to stay close to her, so you should be able to keep her above that 80%. Now, if you have her as a flyer, then I kind of recommend Rough Sea, just because she's going to get around the board a lot faster, and she's just going to be on the offensive a lot more. So Rough Sea is not bad at all. When attacking, attack increases by 10%, and damage taken is reduced by 15%. Those are the two I highly recommend on her. I don't recommend any sort of tanking ones like Hard Rock or even Ice, just because, not Ice, there it is. I don't recommend Hard Rock or Ice, just because yes, she is a defensive tankish unit, but she can't jump in front of shots. She has no abilities to take melee or take range damage for any units right next to her. She has none of those abilities, so running one of those two is actually kind of pointless. It doesn't really help her at all. So anyways, guys, those are my opinions, and that is how I built my Angelina. So let's go over to the showcase. Alright, guys, so we're in a time rift hard mode. I think this is stage 5, so the units are going to be level 45, so nothing too crazy here. I have been trying to level up in my time rifts, trying to get farther in my time rifts, just because there's so much to do in this game that I'm probably going to do a kind of guide on what to do, because I know a lot of people have said this game was very grindy, so they stopped playing the game, and I kind of don't agree with people on that, just because I'm playing like 3 games currently at the moment, actually 5 games at the moment, which is going to be Skylanders, it's going to be this game, Langrisser, it's going to be Dokkan Battle, Legends, and Marvel Strike Force. I stopped playing Skylanders just because I have been focusing a lot more on my Langrisser and Legends. Dokkan Battle, still playing that, and Marvel Strike Force, I have been playing that a little bit. So those are the games I'm currently playing. So if I have time to play all those games and still have time to go ahead and play computer games like Siege, The Division, sometimes Fortnite, sometimes not really. Anyways, so then then I can kind of tell you guys like, hey, there is some time that you can make for this game. Just come in and do your dailies and have fun with it, and you'll be surprised how far you can get. Anyways, besides that, all right, so this is the current team I'm running. This is my favorite team in the game, right? I'm gonna let you guys know that right now. This team right here is my favorite team in the game. It is not my most powerful team. Don't get that twisted. This is not my most powerful team. This is my favorite team. There's a difference, right? Now, I love running this team just because Angelina brings that different kind of support, being that she's a water unit, so she's not really weak against anything. Leon just can get around the board and absolutely destroy units. Liana with that rewind is beautiful. Or time again, my bad, not rewind. Again, move is beautiful, just being able to let our units here just move again. And then you got our girl, the Dark Princess herself, Lana, which just brings some nasty AoEs to the table. Also, if she needs to heal up, she has her scythe here that can get her the heals. And then Shelfinal with the Princess Alliance fusion power buff, and on top of that, she brings some crazy AoE moves slash damage to those demon units. So very strong team. I love this team. Now you can easily replace Leon. If you don't have Leon, you can easily replace Leon for Sherry. If you need the double heals, you can run the double heals. Let's see what else we got. Freya, Chris, Luna, not Amilda because she is not part of the Princess Alliance. Sonya, my bad. Her, Sophia, Narm, anybody can take that spot. So do understand that, guys, that the only reason why I have Leon there is because he holds his own fusion power, so he can go there. Same thing with Jug. You can actually stick Jug there too because he holds his own fusion power too. Same thing with Elwyn and Leiden. So any character that holds their own fusion power, they can actually go on any team they want. Yes, you do have to waste a turn, but that's a-okay. Anyways, let's get into this battle here. Sorry for the longer vid, guys. I know a lot of you guys don't mind the longer vids, but I don't know. It just bothers me when I do such a long vid. All right, so let's go ahead and so we can have our Angelina here start the offense. So we are gonna have. I wish you could reach with that. That'd be awesome. So we're just gonna start activating the fusion power here. There we go. Now, I do want to start hitting these AoEs off, but yeah, let's have our offense units. Actually, they might go and kill. Yes, I know you are. Alright, yeah, so the play would be for me to do this. Let's see how far her sister can move. Alright, there. So the play would be for me to do something like this. How far can she move? Yeah, it should be good. So me do this and then hit black hole here. That's the play here. And then what I would do again with Liana here and literally do this. I'm telling you, Liana and Lana together are just so freaking broken right now. Like, oh man, my bad. I ended turn. Let's rewind that. Mistakes were made. This is why I always say, guys, you should definitely pick up that rewind. And then just look at this. This is why I say Liana is kind of busted. Like, if you put Liana, not Liana, if you put Lana and just focus on her, like one of my teammates, one of my guild mates, her main or his main is Liana. And she was so freaking strong. I was in shock. Just because it was just like the level of power was insane. So let's go ahead and have our, so I know she's going to guarantee a kill here, so there we go. And then that lightning is going to refresh itself, which is beautiful. Now we are going to just keep our Leon kind of on the back line here, just because I want to really focus on showcasing our Angelina here. I know Lana just got her showcase there and pretty much just showed off like crazy, but that's a-okay. We still want to show off our girl Angelina. So she's being attacked, so she's not gonna get any pretty much defensive support. Okay, so I'm gonna have Leon do that. I'm gonna have Leon go down because I did not know there was units at the bottom there. I'm over here focusing on the top. Actually, we only need to kill BEARDZ, so we'll go ahead and do that. Alright, so now what we'll do is we're gonna have her go after BEARDZ, but first what we're gonna do is let's go ahead and take down these other units here. Such an innocent voice, I swear. Go ahead and do this. A little bit of heals there. Let's see. Hit a prayer here. There we go. Now, Angelina's mobility is not too bad. She has pretty good mobility. And just being able to move around, water control, give her that defensive support is actually really nice too. So a very solid unit. That's why I said she's like one of my favorites, without a doubt. Let's hit lightning here. Now do note she's attacking, so that's where her buffs mainly activate. Her soldiers are still going to take quite a bit of damage there, but do note that her herself did pretty good deeps there. So definitely solid. Let's see what we got here. I think these units are all going to move in. I know I could finish BEARDZ here, but I want to go ahead and have Angelina do the honors. Of course, he's going to go after everybody else. You fool. Angelina's going to destroy you now. It doesn't matter. You're dead. Alright, so now he kind of blocked my moves, but I wouldn't have lightning anyways because it didn't kill the first time. So now you're just pretty much going to just see her normal deeps here. Now do note that if he it didn't do it there, but if he did kill my soldiers, let me skip that, don't want to spoil anything. If he did kill my soldiers, my Angelina would actually get to move again. So something to think about when you're rocking with her. Solid unit. I think she definitely deserves a spot on your Princess Alliance team if you are running that team. And like I said, I'm going to be showing her off a lot more, and you will see her a lot. In a lot of my vids, you will see Angelina a lot just because she is, like I said, one of my favorite units, and my favorite team in the game is the Princess Alliance team. So gonna be running them quite a bit. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. It's your boy Captain BEARDZ. Peace out.